If you're a student that is actually struggling with being a perfectionist, actually needing to do everything perfectly and actually not getting a lot done in the end, then this mini lesson is for you. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Hugo here, and today we're going to talk about this topic on this particular motivation and mindset mini lesson, which is progress is more important than perfection, which is very true by Simon Sinek. And a lot of students who are struggling with procrastination, who are struggling to actually get a lot of work done, this is probably one of the biggest mindset shift that you can have, is when you actually look at doing a certain task, make sure that we're focusing on making tangible step-by-step progress rather than being a perfectionist about the whole task, actually needing to achieve 100% before you even start. That actually often cripples us into actually procrastination, doing nothing at all. So I'm going to share a few actionable tips for you, for your own study or for your own task, day-to-day life, whatever it is that you want to do, making it much easier if you're a perfectionist to actually get more done. Because when you think of being a perfectionist, you actually spend way too much time pondering and thinking of how to do certain things rather than actually going to do it. So let's dive right into this. First of all, the first really big thing that I really want you to do if you are a perfectionist is to break down the task. If you're really doing an assignment, for example, you often think that, okay, I need to write this 3,000 word piece of essay. I need to achieve 10 out of 10, 100% in this essay. How am I going to do this? I'm going to think of doing this. I'm going to think of this research. I'm going to think of my structure. I'm going to think of this and think of that. Whoa, slow down. This is what you should really be doing. Before you actually dive right into the end, you know that, right, okay, I need to do this 3,000 word essay. First of all, setting a deadline. How long do I have to complete this? If you want to complete it in 5 days, for example, taking a chunk every single day and doing it, this is called breaking the task down. But still, this might still be too much for some people. So 500 words in 5 days. You might be spending about maybe 2 hours a day doing it. So each hour you really only be writing 250 words. That now again we're breaking the task down into more specific tasks, that you're actually chunking your task. And also in each hour, you know that in half an hour's time, okay, it's about 125 words, and that's kind of the pace that you need to be going. And say you allocate another hour for research just before that, and you can be brainstorming everything down. So breaking down your tasks. So before you even start writing, again, allocating 1 hour, I'm going to research on the introduction, and then I'm going to research on certain methods in the body itself, and then lastly I'm going to write the conclusion in the last bit. And then maybe just before that, you might even be breaking down even this further, looking at what is required in the end, looking at the marking matrix, looking at what is required from this essay, step by step, breaking this down so that it's really chunkable. Even when you're really sitting down, you can't motivate yourself to do anything, even just breaking it down even further, taking out your pen, for example, taking out a piece of paper so that you're actually sitting down and getting ready to actually start this task. So really, whenever you find that you're having troubles finding motivation, doing something at all, make sure you are actually breaking it down, because the uncertainty and also the complexity, which leads on to number 2, which is what I call reducing friction. So this is the step where breaking down the task helps as well. And reducing friction, meaning between you and that task, we want to reduce as much resistance as possible. If it is something that you need to write, then get everything ready. Have a piece of paper ready, have your pen ready, and actually your phone away, because that increases friction. Your phone, if it's your biggest distraction, if your TV, all of that, then go to another room, go to a library, don't bring your phone with you, and you are actually reducing as much friction as possible. So you are actually much more likely to actually go and do some progress and actually do something about that task itself. And thirdly, which ties back to the main crux of this mini lesson, is that having progress, some sort of progress, is much better than perfection, as I'm going to cover this in a separate mini lesson as well. If you have heard of the 80-20 rule or the Pareto Principle, it actually talks about people spending about 20% of effort achieving 80% of the result. results. This asymmetrical effort and outcome ratio, that is actually the hack of how people actually achieve a lot in their life. People often do the other way. They would spend their first, say, 20% of the time actually achieving most of the results, but then what later on is they would spend much more, 80% of their time, just achieving an extra 20% just on top, just like that. So as you progress, as you spend more and more time, not a lot of results is happening. So if you look at this same thing, this same effort that you put in, you can actually be achieving 80% in subsequent tasks as well. So this is how people who focus on one task achieve 80-90% and be okay with it, and then move on, and then do the next task, achieve 80-90% and then be okay with it, and then move on. This is how they can get 3, 4, 5 times more done. If you just look at this simple analogy, this simple diagram, this is how people get a lot done. And make sure that you are actually applying this to your own studies as well. In this mini lesson, we talked about the progress that is more important than perfection. We've also talked about the importance of actually breaking a big complex task down into chunks, digestible chunks, and in between reducing all the frictions and distractions so you're more likely to achieve progress. And secondly, applying what we talked about, this 80-20 rule, so that you can get way more done in the same amount of period. So hopefully this mini lesson has been helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.